Hi, so, okay, go ahead, say your name.
My name is Cynthia Papermaster. I live in Berkeley for about 40 years.
Okay.
I'm an alumni of UC Berkeley, and I work with Code Pink, Women for Peace. And this event today is to call attention to a faculty member at Bolt, John Yoo, Professor John Yoo. We're here at the graduation of the Berkeley Law School to call attention to the fact that he teaches at the school, and that he's a war criminal, and that we would like him to be disbarred and position.
Okay, and so can I ask what you guys, what kind of things you guys did before the ceremony, like?
Yeah, well, there were I'd say about 150 people from the National Lawyers Guild, the ACLU, Act Against Torture, which is a community-based group, Code Pink, and World Can't Wait, Drive Out the Bush Regime, and other groups here today, Veterans for Peace and other groups like that, who we're trying to give out information about John Yoo. We've given people postcards that they can sign, and we will give them to the Dean of the Law School, to ask him to terminate John Yoo's employment contract.
And could you talk a little bit about why you want John Yoo to be fired from the law school and disbarred as well?
Both the National Lawyers Guild and the ACLU have determined that his activities working for the Office of Legal Counsel of the President were amounted to committing crimes, committing war crimes. There's a precedent in the Nuremberg trials, I've forgotten the name of the case, I'm sorry, where lawyers and judges who worked for the Nazis to justify certain kinds of torture were convicted of war crimes. And we think that John Yoo's actions are on that level as well. So we've studied the memos that he wrote. Of course, he's being subpoenaed to testify in Congress. He's going to be doing that next month. And he's given a lot of public interviews about his legal work for the government in justifying torture. He redefined the term torture so that it would he thought it would make the torture that the Bush administration was carrying out legal, and it doesn't make it legal. There are too many laws, conventions, and so forth that the United States is a party to that have been broken by this, and his legal research was shoddy. His legal memoranda was poorly written. The scholarship was terrible. He should not be teaching at the law school, and he should not be teaching students how to be lawyers when he himself is terrible, terrible legal scholars.
So I've talked to a lot of law students who've had John Yoo as a professor, and a lot of them think that he's like a nice guy and a great teacher. So what would you say to perhaps the possibility that his teaching is different from his actual practice, and maybe he is a good professor?
He may be a very nice guy. I don't know him personally. He may be a good teacher of constitutional law. That I don't know. I do know that he's subverted the Constitution himself and is a war criminal. So he's broken the law himself, and I think that somebody who's a criminal should not be teaching at the law school, no matter how good of a teacher they are. They may be teaching something that's incorrect. They may be teaching something that would encourage other potential lawyers, people who are training for the law, to be criminals themselves eventually. Because they're going to know, because he's very famous now and getting more famous by the day, they're going to know what his crimes were. They're going to find out that he's justified torture for the Bush administration, which is illegal. And they're still going to learn some things from him that may make them follow that same path, which would be terrible for our society. So regardless of how good of a teacher he is,